Okay guys, welcome back to TRO Missions. If you remember last time, we left off with news that Melanie found moose tracks. Then I had to go and pour beef broth into the soup that I was making. So, did that, and now the hunt is on. But first, let's get this. Woo, 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 you just committed vandalism. No, I didn't. I didn't commit vandalism. You did. Also, a little something you can do is you can survey without actually going outside. So yeah, that's pretty weird. Oh god, don't fall. Alright, now you can fall. I am at a sliver of health, by the way. So if something barely touches me, I have to go all the way back here. Alright, close him in. I'm gonna keep running just so it's faster. Cause she says she found them like a day ago. So alright, getting close. I assume these are the moose tracks. There's a resting zone. Wait, no, we're far away. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Are we gonna have a mission animal? Is this gonna be the first time that we have a mission animal in the middle of a storyline and no other mission animals? It's just one in the middle. Who knows? Probably slow down now. I was on the edge of my seat. Now I'm just on edge. I feel like every call might be a moose. Yeah, those are definitely moose tracks. But no moose. Now, is it just gonna say moose or moose Aotearoa?
Whoa. Those are definitely moose prints and they're fresh. I'm pinching myself.
Yeah, just give me a sec. I'm making a video on the missions. No, I'm making a video on the missions, okay? Bye.
Looks like a big one. A bull. One I saw was a cow. Must be his son. No records of any antlers in this area, but you don't exactly get many people out looking. Too remote.
It's the biggest
Keep
moose
one eye
I've
on the
ever
tracks,
seen.
the other on your surroundings. I know, you know. Melanie used to drill that one into me. Can you imagine? They bundled 10 of them into crates and shipped them across the sea from Canada. Must have been terrifying. Most got shot, the others failed to adapt. This bloke we're stalking is probably all that's left of that line.
It's the heaviest moose print I have ever seen. The heaviest one before this got up to 1,201. So I just immediately crouched because, I mean, I assume it'd be a moose call because it's heading in the general direction. But nope, just seek a deer. Aotearoa. You get stuck on trees if you're not paying attention. Like most maps. Literally.
He went towards the coast.
Yes. Coast moose. If you need tissues on the coast, interact.
Check that branch. Snapped and stripped. Deer don't browse like that, and certainly not that high up.
I just saw it interact and did it. Well, we know this is a moose. Moose, you don't need to be like, yeah, deer don't do that. It's quite clearly a moose. What deer gets that big? Not elk.
Is that the end of them? Oh, I knew this was too good to be true. If he's lived this long in the reserve undetected, then he's not going to give himself up that easily. Right, Erhor. I think that's your work done here for now. I'll get Josh to set up more cameras around here so we can keep a close eye on things. In the meantime, I can't stop thinking about that letter. I might have been too harsh on people, or at least some people. So I wanted to ask you another favor. There's something in it for you this time, though.
So
here's the plan. I want to repay Melanie for telling me about the moose.
okay.
I know I have every right to be angry with her for keeping that letter from me all this time. But frankly, it would do the both of us good to move on. And ironically enough, I think the best way for me to do that is to face up to my past. There's somewhere and something I've been avoiding for far too long. Those are hiking boots you're wearing, right? Good. We're going up into the mountains.
Great. Mountain climbing. You can't climb. Any good I'd call the Wild Hunter knows the climbing sucks. I'm pretty sure the moose isn't gonna spawn until you... Oh, someone fixed the sign and got rid of Zelda. I think, unless this isn't the one. So that's... It didn't look like a seeker, that looks like an elk antler. Are you sawing and hacking off an elk antler? Not hacking off, but hacking away. At an elk antler. You'd get about 2 quads. This is not the forest we're taking the quad. Frick you, I'm doing it anyway. If it can get me a little bit further, then it can get me a little bit further. Faster. Actually, first things first. Just kinda make sure I'm not gonna die. Just a little thing. Make it nice in daytime. Even if it's still raining, it's better. And then we can continue. Now that I'm not about to die. Quad might though. I'm not gonna lie. I challenge myself to make it through this forest without breaking my quad in third person mode. I'm not even wearing boots. I'm wearing shoes. This is like the 2 things I hate doing on quad. I hate mountains in general. But third-person forests, just forests in general on quad in this game suck. Especially in third person. Also, if you're not Josh, then don't even dare trying to go through a Virunga shrub forest.
25 years ago, I was working as an assistant to our then warden and going out on hunting trips at the weekend with Melanie. We were close at the time. Mum had just left, you know. It was good for me to have someone like that in my life, but I didn't really get on with some of her mates from the chopper company. Hard blokes they were, hard working and hard drinking. I found them kind of intimidating, truth be told. And the whole commercial hunting business seemed like one big laugh to them. Out on fancy toys playing shoot 'em up. Even called themselves Alpine Ops, like a bloody action movie. Anyway, one day I was on duty and received a report of smoke sighted on the other side of the reserve. Melanie and her pilot mate, I won't name him, were heading out over that way anyway and suggested I join them. He had been out the night before. You could smell it on his breath. I wanted her to like me. They'd take the piss out of you if you complained too much and call you a wuss or worse. So I got in. It was fine at first. The pilot was keeping it together and Melanie tried to reassure me that it was probably just some kid's campfire. But then it fogged up. He didn't know what to do, started swerving as if to get out of it. Next thing, we hit a bluff. I don't remember anything after that. Everyone survived. The pilot broke quite a few bones, but Melanie got off with just a few cuts and bruises, a lucky sucker. And the fire? False alarm. Anyway, the wreckage from that accident was never cleared, and I haven't been back since either. 2 out of the way. But I'm certain there are still a few things worth salvaging up there.
Like a machine gun? I mean, that's how they handle with boar in places like Texas. Too many boar? Get in a helicopter, get a machine gun, and gun them down. I was like, wait, are those the moose tracks? They're not. It's not getting off course. Oh god. No, 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 no. Okay. I am now in. I said I am now in control of a small four-wheeled vehicle meant for all-terrain. I drive a $40,000 vehicle. I am a bus driver. Actually, the first time I've been able to consistently drive up a mountain. I might have been able to do it on Silver Ridge, but I never tried. I was just pretty much, I thought it's pretty much guaranteed. You can't drive up mountains with quads in this game, even if they're just a little nice slope. But maybe. Never been into the mountain range.
It should be around here somewhere.
Yeah. should be around here.
The cockpit. If it had hit the ground at a slightly different angle, we'd have been goners. Take a look around, see if you can find anything. Bingo! That's exactly what I was hoping we'd run into.
303 British.
Melanie's old hunting rifle. I asked her if she wanted it back, but she said it'd make more sense for you to hold on to it. She's a bit too long in the tooth to get up to much hunting these days, the poor dear. I'll have it patched up and sent to your weapon locker. Consider it a bonus for a job well done.
Oh, so you get a 303 British for
Take
just
one more
doing
quick
a
look
mission.
around before you head down, can you? Cheers.
You get a 303 British for just playing the game.
There. That's mine. A gift from my mum, who got it as a gift from hers. I've been missing it all this time.
Okay.
Can you drop that necklace off by the nearest outpost and we'll wrap things up? Josh will head over for it later. I told him he'll never drive my car again if he so much as looks at it the wrong way. I think we're sitting pretty when it comes to hunting footage for the film now. I'll send what we have over to the marketing team and leave the rest in their hands. Still, it's a shame that the moose thing didn't pan out. You can just leave it on the desk inside there. I've had more than my fair share of false starts over the years, so I knew it was never going to be easy. They're tricky like that. Something for the book at least, eh? Penultimate chapter. He yet lives. I'll be sure to let you know how the video is received anyway. Thanks again. And great job, Ehor. I hope Mum will be happy it's back in the family.
Wait a
Right,
minute.
well, I know you came here on holiday and... Huh? Did you hear that? Could it
Moose.
really be? It's close. Sounds like just beyond the outpost.
Moose.
Turn that camera on again. We're not done here yet.
Wait a minute.
Follow the call. It couldn't have gone far.
Hang on. Let me check something. Is the 303 British conveniently the perfect caliber for moose? Wouldn't surprise me. Yes, it is. 4 to 8. I'm not using it. I'm pulling out my trusty 300. I don't need... Frick it. Spend money. I'm still bringing the 300. If it ends up being... If it ends up being a level 5, I ain't trusting some 4 to 8 rifle with that. You gotta earn yourself as an almost class 9 weapon before I use you on moose. No, 303 British polymer tips. Wait a minute. Kill and harvest the moose. That was a bit of a spoiler, but...
These are brand new. I can almost feel how close you are. Look, mate, I'm a park ranger first and foremost, so I've got to remind you of something. In this jurisdiction, moose are considered deer, and deer are pests. Even if I've got a personal soft spot for the poor thing, I can't fault you for wanting that trophy. If you decide not to harvest it, make sure to at least take a good photograph. That action cam's not up to much there. I'll let you make the call. Don't dither though. We know this one's wily.
I'm shooting the thing. I'm shooting it. If deer are pests, even if deer aren't pests, I'm shooting the thing. Because there's no rules here. Here you can shoot ducks with rifles. Nobody cares. The only rule is it has to be an ethical caliber. Keyword, caliber. Biggest moose track I've seen. Wanted a diamond moose for a while there. It ends up being, damn, boy. That's just a red deer. Sounds like a weird moose call though. A little bit. Over 100 pounds heavier than the biggest moose I've seen. And I've seen a real nice 4, so.
There. What a set of antlers to boot.
Just a 4. God dang it.
Of course. Old bloke wanted to give us some scenery to admire.
Looks like he has a bit of a weird coat. Oh, warning call, warning call. She says...
Got him. And he's off. It's what I would have done. We're a bunch of softies, eh?
No.
Still, now we've got proof. No one's ever going to call me a crackpot again. And I've got a story. Final chapter. Loose of prey. Resplendent sword. Eat your heart out. Speaking of which,
Still
this
cold.
must be what spooked Barden, right? A creature from another world? Just like one of those, things from his movie? Quite the reaction, but then I guess he was still pretty munted. When I spoke to Melanie, she said that there's apparently been protests in town against the films that have been made here. Some of the Kiwi actors involved have cited poor working conditions, things like that. I have to say, I'm glad to see people rally around a common cause, even if I can't help but feel somewhat responsible for this whole debacle. But that's over and done with. The important thing is that we're changing tack, going all in on what this place needs. You know, they even invited me to an advanced screening of the film. I think I'll be not so politely declining. Well, that's that. As I was saying earlier, I know you originally came here to get away from it all. So why don't you take that time now and enjoy yourself?
I bring
I'll be in
you a
touch again soon.
sacrifice, Mr. Moose. I bring you a sacrifice. I bring you sacrifice, Mr. Moose. He looked like he had a weird fur and he's still calling. So I can't help but think that he might just stay on the map forever. Just hanging out. Like, hey, bruh. Still here. I'm good. Hey, thanks for sending me that secret to your sacrifice. Right, but that seems to be just my thing. And as I get closer, I am like hearing him. I think I saw spot animal, but it might have just been track animal call. Okay, he is pulling what everybody does when a diamond won't come in. Just spam call, spam call, spam call, spam call, spam call. Would you please just let me look at you? I want to see you again. You look like you had a weird coat. I must see. Okay. Saw his antlers for a second there at least. Actually, I gotta chase him into. If he's just gonna keep calling, then I'll always know where he's at. Eventually, gotta chase him to a spot where I can see his frickin' coat, so. But that's where I'm gonna end this video, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye!